Good evening, you're watching Bent TV and I'm Simon J, and I'm joined tonight by my fantastic panel, Sally, Mel and Linda. And we're going to talk tonight about bisexuality and in particular, the Bisexual Alliance. I have no idea what it is. Please, can you explain?
I can start us off at least, as I've just been attending Bisexual Alliance meetings this year so far as a general punter, I guess, and I find it a really approachable group. I would find it especially helpful if I were questioning maybe I'm bisexual, because people go there and it's pretty informal. We just share experiences, issues. As far as I know, we don't really have a set agenda, but people just bring their ideas to the table, and so we just have this great, satisfying discussion as bi and possibly bi individuals in Melbourne.
So what does it mean to you?
Well, the meetings have been great to me because I wasn't aware of how many people there were in the community. I felt so alone for a very long time. Often no one wants to say, hey, I'm bisexual, so there's not a lot of people for me to go to. Finding out that there's an alliance of people that I can go to with my problems, with any things that have happened to me, biphobic related or not, it's really good to know that you're not alone and that you've got a whole lot of people that care and that are experiencing things similar to you.
And what does it mean to you, Sally?
It means two things to me, which is hence the alliance part, in that Mel's touched and Linda have touched on one half of the alliance, which is the discussion groups, mainly the Melbourne one that we have. And it's been, it was mentioned that it can be a safe place to discuss anything bi, whether it's, personal, coming out, issues with family or issues of bi-activism. And that also leads to the second part that perhaps is less visible, and that's the advocacy part that Bi Alliance plays, similar to organisations in Victoria, say like the Victorian Gay and Lesbian Rights Lobby and Transgender Victoria. And so the Alliance formed in 2010, bringing those two arms, if you like, of the bi community together. And again, Mel has just really touched on something that has particularly been noticeable in the last 6 months. People feel really safe to talk about issues that affect them as a person, even if it's not necessarily bi. And I think that's a pretty safe space, and it comes about because the groups are run on, in short terms, on two basic principles of discussion groups, being confidentiality, and that is people can't be identified either by name or in other ways outside the group, and respect. Everyone's different. Bi people have that common thread, but we come from, say, different ethnic backgrounds or religions, and some bi people are monogamous and some are into multiple relationships, and respect is the other critical principle, that everyone's got a common thread but everyone's different. So I think it celebrates diversity really well. So it's a safe place, and on a lighter note as well, you get to have dinner at a pub as well. Love the Palmer. So anyway, yeah.
It is quite a good venue up there in Fitzroy, but if there is one thing it's not, it just strikes me, as Sally said, it's a safe space in that it's absolutely not a clique. I guess you would imagine if you hadn't been to a group like this, any sort of group, you think, oh, I'm going to go there, they're kind of all going to be there with their drinks, and it'll be like a bit of a love-in. It's really not like that. By Alliance, every meeting we have, our facilitator will just run through how the meetings work and everything. So there's actually this assumption that we're going to have new people every time, people who are not sure if maybe they're bi, it might be their only meeting they go to, but we're just really open to everyone, yeah.
Can you tell us, perhaps, Mel, the first time you went along, how was it?
It was good. I didn't know what I was going to expect. I'm like, oh, are they all going to be like me? Because I don't always like me. But it turned out that there was just a lot of fabulous people who were very, very different and all very open and very accepting of me straight off the bat. I wasn't questioned. I wasn't asked, are you sure? It was home, and as it's come to be to me, as it's moved on, the Alliance group has actually become more of a family to me than I thought it would be, and I come to them with my problems more than I do with a lot of people, because it's such a safe space, and it is very comforting to know that you have such support, such genuine support from people.
to paint the picture. So I'm going along for the first time. What would we confront
I guess
me?
you would walk into the Parkview Hotel at Fitzroy, I think is where we have it now, and which is one of those big, comfortable old pubs. And you would normally head upstairs. You might get a drink on your way or order some dinner or something, and then you'd head upstairs and there'd just be a few couches and a few approachable people milling around, and yeah, you basically just relax until everyone rocks up and it's time to chat.
So if you're a bit nervous, Sally, about going, could you get somebody could meet you beforehand? And
Yeah, you could contact by Alliance, as per the details on this brochure, my best sale of the century hand modelling, or you can look at our website by-alliance.org and contact the mobile there, and that's James, our vice president, and he'll just have a chat, and if he for some reason can't make it, he'll let one of the other committee members or usual attendees know, not that we think bi people are extraordinary and not usual, but he'll let someone know, and we'll just let, watch out for, person X whose name begins with Z or whatever, and people will be on hand, and after we've done the ground rules at the meeting, people can go around and just introduce themselves, saying as much as they want. They can use a false name if they're nervous. There's no obligation to say anything. We have lots of people who just like to come along and listen and get ideas and that sort of thing, and just chill into the conversation. And, as I say, it can be to go to the other, or say opposite of what we mentioned earlier, that people feel safe to talk about issues. We've been known to diverge into science fiction geekery, and we've been known, according to very clear-cut research by people and punning, there is a linkage, and so there can be a few puns as well. But it's just a fun place where people feel really safe and very, very comfortable, and just 2 hours. So we have about an hour, then have a drinks and bathroom break, and then another hour or so and wrap up. So you can be home at a civilised hour on a school night.
2 hours, and it happens when and where?
Parkview Hotel, Fitzroy North, and it's the 4th Tuesday of the month.
That's the one, yeah, the 4th. So watch out for those sneaky 5th months where there's 5 Tuesdays. It's always the 4th and not the last.
4th Tuesday of the month, Parkview Hotel. What time?
7:30 start, but be there, say 7:15 if you want to order food, drinks, and toddle upstairs.
Great. And so if you want to find out more about the Bi Alliance, it's by-alliance.org. Did I get it right? By-alliance.org. You've been watching Bent TV. Bent TV, even. I'd like to thank my fabulous panel, Sally, Mel and Linda. See you next time.
Thanks.